our planet's Mars.
Are you gonna say our names?
Oh,
Yeah. I'm Savannah James.
Jonathan Baldwin.
And I'm Alicia Pistana. These are the basics of Mars. It's 5 AUs from the Sun, 0.5 AUs from the Earth. The radius is 2,106 miles. Surface area is 55.91 million square miles. Orbital distance is 141.63 million miles, and it's the fourth from the Sun. It's the second smallest planet in the solar system and is named the red planet because of the oxide prevalent on its surface, giving it the reddish appearance, and it has a very thin atmosphere. How Mars differs from the Earth and the Moon. The Earth contains a heavy version of silicon that is absent from Mars, and Mars is smaller than Earth. 8 Mars would fit inside the Earth, and the southern hemisphere is ancient Bigger Highlands, which is somewhat similar to the Moon. How we found our information about Mars, just like every planet, scientists, robots, telescopes, samples. NASA was like the main people to like discover information about it, and the science missions.
Okay, so here's a list of the past and present successful missions to Mars. We didn't put up all of the missions because there are dozens, and so basically this is about 1/3 of the missions. Most of them are led by NASA, such as the Viking program, the Mars Exploration Rover program, that sort of stuff, and yeah. So Soviets, this is kind of walking, but Soviet exploration Mars it's kind of minuscule compared to the United States, but they were also trying to do it because of the space race back in the Cold War. And they started doing it in 1960, which was actually before us, but most of their missions failed. And the ones that were Phobos 1 and 2 were flybys, or no, they were supposed to land on the moon Phobos, but Phobos, I don't know, but they failed to execute their missions, and that was kind of like the end of the Soviet Mars exploration. The NASA, their most famous would be the Mars rover, which is the Mars Exploration Rover program. It started in 2003 with the landing of MERA, which is Spirit, and MERB, which is Opportunity. And it's still going on today with Opportunity. The goal was to find traces of water that may have been on Mars, study the minerals and the geology of Mars, and determine if life may be sustainable. Spirit is no longer in communications with us. We lost communications in 2010 after it got stuck in a patch of soil in 2009 and we couldn't get it out, and then we lost communications in 2010. So Spirit's kind of dead. But Opportunity's still alive, and it's still moving around, and it's it's gone a long distance.
Opportunities.
Yeah. So this is a picture of Spirit, and that's a picture of Opportunity. You'll notice they look exactly the same, because they are exactly the same. Yeah. Curiosity rover. This one is the one that's still moving. Launched in 2003 with Spirit. Well, they launched on different dates, but same year. And since yesterday has been exploring Mars for a total of 1,518 days. What? And this is actually Curiosity, which is the newest one. It's like the other two rovers, but it's not in the same program. And it's kind of got the same goal. So yeah, Curiosity is now up there with Opportunity, and this is the first image taken by Curiosity of itself. It's like a selfie, but taken of like hundreds of different images put together. So yeah. So what we have planned for the future missions of Mars, not all of them are actually by NASA. So a lot of other companies are starting to get into it, like SpaceX, India, and China, and Europe as the European Union, and even the United Arab Emirates. So yeah, most of them are flybys or rovers. And then Mars to Stay is basically the one-way mission to Mars with people, and NASA's working with China and Russia to execute it. And it was proposed in 1996, and they're still working on it. A lot of people want to do it. A lot of people have already said they would like to go to it. So yeah, the plan is to have a permanent settlement on Mars by 2040. Yeah, just to see what we can. Is this my slide? Yeah, okay, so we've learned from the many missions to Mars that we've uncovered a large amount of information. We know that Mars has many tall peaks and volcanoes. It's extremely dangerous with its dust storms, and it once contained water, and it still actually has full ice caps and a couple glaciers. And we're trying to explore if it's possible for us to live on Mars.
Okay, so I'm going to go through some of the mysteries of Mars. So H2O, like we're still wondering, is there any on the surface? And like, if so, where did it go? Because it's not there anymore. Because there's lots of evidence to support that water once sat there. Because there's lots of riverbeds and like where an ocean could be. So, and then Mars, I was like, okay, so Mars also has two faces. So the northern and southern hemisphere of the planet is very different. They're complete opposites. One's very mountainous and rocky, while the other is very smooth and low. And we're still wondering, like, why is that and what causes that to happen. And then is there evidence of life on Mars? So they're still trying to solidify if there's life and if that planet can, like, hold life. And they're not really sure. There's still, like, I don't know, the evidence is iffy, so. And then, did life on Earth possibly originate from Mars? Okay, this is like far out, but they discovered meteorites in Antarctica that contain, what are they called? The microbes that, hold on, sorry. But the meteorites had structures that microbes like form on Earth, so they're like, well, maybe that came from Mars and now it's here. So, I don't know, that was just one of the ideas. And then, can humans live on Mars? So like I said before, they're still trying to see if it'll support life, like oxygen, water, and so forth. So, in the presentation thing, it asked us, like, if we got a bunch of money, what would we do? So, the biggest thing is, like, to find if life is sustainable. So we'd send a goldfish and a bug to Mars to see if water and oxygen could support life for a day.
Why the bug?
It was our works cited page, and then yeah, that's it.
Alrighty, congratulations.
I don't know.
Next.